So this is Baruch Fleischman flying through the canyons of our minds. The Tikkun Elevator Kollel, and we are learning this sefer here called Jewish Astrology, Cosmic Science by Reb Yaakov Kronenberg, a work of his life. He spent his life really trying to rediscover the hidden secrets that are contained in the cosmos. And he expanded and he explained to us how it is that Jewish astrology is beyond the astrology of the Gentiles, which in many ways match up, except for one thing. They don't know, as Paro did not know when Moshe spoke to him, when Moses spoke to Paro and he used the name YAAKOV, the name of Hashem. Paro told him that he didn't recognize that name, and nothing has changed. Paro was a tremendous astrologer. He had all kinds of scientists working in astrology. The pyramids, all the different things that they constructed, all of this had a tremendous amount to do with that. But they didn't know the name YAAKOV, and they still don't. So now we're coming over here, and Moshe Cordovero is continuing, and know that this is not the order of the months. Now what is he saying? He's saying about when we went through the seasons. We said the first season corresponds to the letter Yud, and then you go through the 4 seasons, and each one of them has a name of Hashem. One of the letters of the name of Hashem associated with it, in it and in its nature. So over here, though, he wants to say that the months that are contained in these seasons are different, though. In other words, up to now, he was talking in terms of seasons and not in terms of months. In other words, when Rabbi Moshe Cordovero divided the year into 4s, he was talking about the seasons. And each one of the 4 seasons consists of 3 months. But now Rabbi Moshe Cordovero is going to speak about the months themselves. And this is not the months in terms of the elements, because if you talk about the period of Nisan, which is the spring, then you are connecting it to the element of water, which was represented by the letter Yud. But as for the seasons of the months, fire is a sign of Nisan, which is the constellation of Aries. And the sign of Ear, the element-wise is Earth, because it's a symbol as a bull. And then Sivan, that's like June. The constellations of which is that of the twins. Gemini is represented element-wise by air. And here it is not like the season. So it goes on, and he says like this. The elements for each month are different for the elements of the seasons. So the spring, it is all in water, but then turns about the sun, that's the letter Yud, and it's all in water, but in terms of the months, one is in fire, one is in earth, and one is in air. And the same thing when you get to the season of Tammuz, which is summer, which is fire, and permutation-wise, it is represented by the first Hay in God's name. So month-wise, since the constellation of Tammuz is Cancer, Tammuz is represented element-wise by water. Av is in fire, since its constellation is Leo, which is a lion, which has a lot of the element of fire in it. Now going to Elul is a constellation of Virgo, which is a virgin, and its element is earth, and it's not like the whole season, which is summer, and summer is in fire. But month-wise, they're in water, the first one in fire and in earth. So these all have within them other different qualities. And then you get to the fall. So we would say like this. Let's take Leo. Leo is the fire within fire. So if you take Cancer, Cancer is a water sign. So it's water within fire. And these are combinations. On the last one, Virgo. And Virgo, which is an earth sign, is earth within fire, all of them coming under the category of the second letter of Hashem's name, which is the Hay. And then you get to the fall, the autumn, and we said that the autumn is in air, which is the letter Vav in God's name. But now you have, however, in the terms of the months, since the constellation of the month of Tishrei is Libra, which is an air sign, this month is going to be an air. So this is an air in the category called air of air. And the month of Mar Cheshvan is in water, because its constellation is the Scorpion, Scorpion, I guess, I'm not sure how that works in water, but it's like a lobster, I guess. And since the constellation of the month of Kislev is Sagittarius, that month is going to be in fire. But all of them are going to be, we're going to have one is going to be air in air. The next one is going to be water in air. And the third one is going to be fire in air. And again, you have one season element-wise, which is going to be air. Both month-wise is going to be break up into air, water, and fire. And the last, to Kufa. Now, Kufa means a cycle. And that's really important because the world is constantly cycling. Even our lives and our souls are constantly cycling. So we don't see that because we have a lot hidden behind us, but that's the fact. And the last Tekufa, the last season, is the season of Tevet, which is the earth. And by that last, Hay, in God's name, permutation-wise. So this is going to be, what's the last Hay? But in terms of the month, Tevis, the constellation which is Capricorn, is represented by the element of earth. And the month of Aquarius, which is a bucket, is in the air. And the month of Adar is represented by the water, since its constellation is Pisces, which are first. And again, the 3 months are all in one season. There are 3 different elements for each month. Now he has for us a little chart. And we'll conclude this with this chart because we're coming to chapter 7. And it says like this in spring. So here are the months, April, May, and June, which are fire, earth, and air. April is fire, May is earth, June is air. Then you come to April, May, June. He says it again. It's all under the category of water. Now in the summer months, you have July, August, and September, which are, July is water, which is Tammuz. Leo is fire, and earth is Virgo, once again. Then he says the season, which is July and August and September, represent fire. So you have fire. This is what you have. You have July is fire, water, and fire. August is fire and fire. This is what I was saying before. And September is earth and fire. Let's go to the next one. We have the months are October, November, December. October is air, that's Libra, which is the time of Rosh Hashanah and the High Holy Days. Water is November, which is Scorpio. And December is fire, which is Sagittarius, and they're all in the category of air. So you have the air of air, the water of air, and the fire of air. That's what it seems like he's saying here. Now in the fall time, just to finish up this sequence, he says the months are earth, air, or January, February, March. January is earth, that's Capricorn. February is air, which is Aries, Aquarius. And March is water, which is Pisces. They 3 of them together make the concept, are under the category called Earth. And we're going to stop right here. That's the shear here at the Tikkun Elevator Kolo. Jewish astrology and cosmic science.